25 августа 1996 года в Калгари прошел контрольный матч перед Кубком Мира между сборными Канады и России. Команда Бориса Михайлова одержала победы во всех контрольных матчах, по очереди обыграв сборные Финляндии, Швеции, Германии и США. Канадцы в своем первом контрольном матче обыграли американцев, а во втором уступили также американской сборной. Вывеска матча «РОССИЯ-КАНАДА» всегда приковывает к себе внимание мировой хоккейной общественности, особенно когда они выступают в своих сильнейших составах. В тот вечер на лед вышли 12 членов зала славы хоккея НХЛ на момент создания видео. Уэйн Грецкий, Игорь Ларионов, Марк Месье, Стив Айзерман, Мартин Брадо, Александр Могильный, Скотт Нидермайер, Сергей Зубов, Скотт Стивенс, Роб Блейк, Эрик Линдрас, Пол Кофи. Также заявки на турнир были Павел Буре, Сергей Федоров, Вячеслав Фетисов и Эл Макинес, которые пропустили данную встречу.
Mark Messier will face off against Igor Larionov, and this hockey game is underway. Sergei Gonchar, number 55, throws it ahead there for Slava Kozlov. Messier intercepts and looks ahead. And Kasparov gives Messier a whack. And now here's Primo taking it away from Gonchar. Primo for Beak, and a big save right off the bat. Behind the net for Gretzky, in front for Lindros. Back to the point to Yzerman, the shot wide. Now Gretzky shoots it right through the crease. Here comes Nicolishin across the line. Drop pass for Alexander McGillney. Back to Zhitnik, a hard shot, and Martin Brodeur able to make the stop and got some help from Adam Foote. Now Zhitnik directing traffic. Here's Nicolishin to Zhitnik. A shot through traffic off the side of the net. Jamnov couldn't get it. Sergei Berezin tries to get it to McGillney. Here comes Berezin, number 20. Berezin with McGillney. Leaves it there for Tverdovsky, but the pass is intercepted. Now Dan Foose sends it over for Fleury. Cross-ice pass for Wayne Gretzky. Centers it. Deflected to score! Theron Fleury! 1-0 Canada. And the most popular member of Team Canada here in Calgary has the first goal.
And this is redirected off of Theron Fleury's foot. Gretzky puts the puck on to Danfus, directing, you can see there.
Messier waiting, trying to get it back for Niedermeyer, but couldn't get it to him. Now here comes Yashin. Sends it ahead for Kovalev. Onside, Alexei Kovalev with a shot just wide. Here's Larionov. Side of the net. Nicolishin off the side of the net. The puck is cleared out. 20 seconds to go in the Canadian penalty. Here comes Vincent Danfus with Wayne Gretzky. Danfus, Gretzky, and the puck bounced over his stick. Oleg Tverdovsky brings it back the other way. The Russians 3 wide. Tverdovsky for McGillney. Big collision. Puck loose in front. They score! Alexei Jamnov gets the rebound and ties the game at 1. It's a power play goal with 5 seconds left in the penalty to Claude Lemieux. And Oleg Tverdovsky was involved in a huge collision in front of the Canadian goal.
How many times have we seen it in the game of hockey where you get a chance down one end, Danfus just can't land this flat for Wayne Gretzky. Great try, and then this goes right down the ice. That's Tverdovsky. Now watch the collision here. Bang!
Whoa.
There's a collision there, and Jamnov will come off screen, just put it right by Martin Brodeur.
Ed Jovanovski levels Oleg Tverdovsky.
Jovanovski steps up. Here's a chance by Jamnov.
Now here comes Kovalev sending it in front for Gonchar. Jovanovski did a good job breaking up that pass. Now McGillney for Gonchar. Lots of time. Gonchar off the skates of Rob Blake. Kasparov. Gonchar tees it up. Loose puck in front. They score! Alexei Kovalev makes it 2-1 Russia, just as the penalty to Lindros had expired. It is not a power play goal, but Alexei Kovalev has given the Russians a 2-1 lead.
Alexei Kovalev is the recipient of this right here. Look at the traffic. The backside is where Kovalev comes in, but
Eric Lindros out there with Keith Primo and Claude Lemieux, 2 players who give him a hard time in the NHL regular season. Now Kovalenko out there. Kovalenko scores! Andrei Kovalenko with a shot that deflected and in behind Martin Brodeur. 3-1 Russia leads. And suddenly the crowd here in Calgary very quiet.
this goes off of foot skate right here. Look at that. That's redirected past Martin Brodeur.
Just hours ago. Now Messier behind the net. Mark Messier centers it, but the net came off. It's pegs. And now Darius Kasparaitis is into it right in the goal area. Darius Kasparaitis, as you might expect, has been a burr in the Canadian saddle throughout this game, and that's what he specializes in doing. And he was pushing and shoving down there with Pat Verbeek and then Adam Graves. Keith Primo gets it ahead for Lindros. Eric Lindros across the line, quickly takes the shot, and Andrei Trefilov is forced to very quickly. And Jovanovski working on Alexei Zhamnov, gets it to Lindros, centering pass, just knocked wide. Now Niedermayer a shot, Trefilov knocks it wide. Loose puck in front, and Dmitry Yushkevich fights off Claude Lemieux, and Yushkevich will get a penalty for bringing Claude Lemieux down in the corner, and those two now get their sticks up. Yushkevich gets the extra penalty. And the loose puck in front, Trefilov able to knock it away. Coffey back at the point. Coffey scored! Paul Coffey on the power play, and Canada trails 3-2.
Well, Paul Coffey keeps this puck really low because he's trying to set up the tip right there by Lindros, but it goes by him, and it goes posting in. Coffey with the low tippable shot, but that goes posting in.
Now a foot race for it. Dmitry Yushkevich wins that battle, and Yushkevich clears it out. Now McGillney poaching up there deep and almost took the puck from Yzerman. Here's Gretzky with it. Gretzky, 3 Canadians in front of the net. Gretzky with a shot, it deflects wide. Over for Scott Niedermayer. Soft shot, Trefilov saw it all the way and made the stop. Kozlov is out of the penalty box looking for the long lead pass. Now Alexei Yashin brings it across the line. Yashin, cross ice shot, and the save is made. Igor Kravchuk with a hard shot on Martin Brodeur. Kasparaitis from the other side, his shot, and it hit Rob Blake in the crease, and a penalty coming. Yushkevich got it back to Zhitnik, now Canada with Messier and Lindros. Messier in front for Lindros, and his deflection is stopped by Trefilov. The Russians bring it back quickly the other way. 3-on-1, McGillney. McGillney tees it up, Brodeur the save. Back to the point to Scott Stevens, now Brindamore behind the net. Rod Brindamore. Worked over by Malikov, now Linden behind the net. In front for Yzerman, who shot it just wide. Messier leaves the draw there for Verbeek, who takes a shot. Trefilov got a pad on it. Messier battling on the side of the net along with Adam Graves. And now Vincent Damphousse breaks away with it. Canada 3 wide. Yzerman with Foot. Damphousse for Adam Foot. And Foot appears to be just fine as he comes back and takes part in the 2-on-1. Now the centering pass for Mark Messier. The shot just wide. Larionov with it. Back to the point. Yushkevich with a shot just wide. Rebound. The puck is still loose behind the net. Kovalev can't center it. Adam Foot knocks it away. Now Larionov. Back for Kozlov. The puck hit a skate. Graves trying to find it, and Adam Graves being watched by his opposite number, Keith Primo. Now Zhamnov. Long lead pass. Broken up by Niedermayer. Claude Lemieux steps in. He gets knocked down by Zhitnik. Now Lindros with a centering pass. And just unable to tip it in is Keith Primo. And now the shot right on by Scott Stevens, stopped by Trefilov. Under 2 minutes to play here in the second period. Lindros gets up and Primo on the wraparound, stopped by Trefilov. Time winding down to the second. Here comes Mark Messier. His pass for Paul Coffey, and Coffey shoots it into the corner. Kozlov loses it to Adam Graves. Wraparound, backhand shot. Trefilov the save. Loose puck in front. Paul Coffey pitching up to get it. And Coffey wins the battle with Larionov. Now side of that, Graves backhand shot, rebound. Trefilov another save, and Pat Verbeek standing right on top of him, and more pushing and shoving breaks out. Look at Mark Messier. Messier wants Kovalenko.
And
Adam Graves,
in the middle of that.
Adam Graves is tied up too, I think with Oleg Tverdovsky. Well, Primo had him lined up, and Zhitnik stepped right out of the way. Now Lindros hammered his man, Dmitry Yushkevich. Now here comes Alexei Yashin. Drop pass for Zhitnik. Zhitnik a shot. The rebound as Brodeur made the saves. Here comes Kovalev. Kovalev steps around Gretzky. He's got Yashin with him. Kovalev, great moves, but Rob Blake forces him back. Kovalev down low for Yashin. The pass broken up by Wayne Gretzky. Now Kovalev with a shot, blocked by Dan Fuchs. Yashin with it, hammered by Blake. Valerie Bure with it, waiting and trying to get it to Kovalev, but the puck is broken up as Jovanovski gets it. Jovanovski hammers Kovalev, and now here comes Gretzky with Theoren Fleury and Vincent Damphousse. Gretzky for Fleury. His soft shot handled easily by Trefilov. Puck up on the back of the net. Coffey for Fleury. One times it over for Niedermayer, who couldn't handle the pass. Gretzky with Lindros in front. Gretzky backhand shot. Lindros looking for the loose puck. And Trefilov with a little butt in front. The puck almost bounced to Gretzky, who tips it back to Coffey. And now the puck is cleared out. Here comes a breakaway for Alexei Zhamnov. Short-handed. Stopped by Brodeur. Lindros brings it back the other way. Drop for Gretzky. Here's Coffey. Tees it up. Pad save by Trefilov. And the Russians bring it right back. McGillney working on Rob Blake. Centers it. Zhamnov. Another save by Brodeur. Here comes Niedermayer. In front for Messier, who was brought down. No penalty on the play. Verbeek. Back to Niedermayer. Wait, sends it in front. Messier walks away and a Trefilov to save. Rebound. Damphousse chips it ahead. Here comes Trevor Linden. He's got Rob Blake with him. Linden with a shot. Stopped by Trefilov. Rebound, and Trefilov is able to glove it. Now Fleury behind the net for Lindros. Over to Gretzky. Wayne Gretzky trying to find Theoren Fleury. Instead goes back to the point to Niedermayer. Now Gretzky chips it ahead. Lindros scores! Eric Lindros ties the game.
That's a great pass by Gretzky to Lindros. He chips it in. Keep possession until a perfect shot comes.
Now Tverdovsky, a soft shot, hit the goalpost. Rebound, Kovalev stopped by Brodeur. Slava Kozlov had it knocked away by Messier, who gets it ahead for Coffey. Coffey with Messier and Verbeek. Messier down low for Verbeek. Verbeek side of the centers and Grant scores! Adam Graves, 4-3 Canada.
Well, you had an idea that cycling the puck down low was going to reward this Canadian team, and it does with the winning goal by Adam Graves. Verbeek picks it up, shovels it in front.
Messier, Graves, and Verbeek are back out there for Canada. Here comes Tverdovsky, the defenseman leading the rush. Tverdovsky goes in and bowls over Martin Brodeur. Doesn't get a shot away. I guess they won't be going to any Flyer reunions together. Now Kovalenko, short-handed. Stopped from behind by Coffey. Kovalenko gets the backhand shot. Rebound, they score! Alexei Kovalev cashes on the short-handed chance. 4-4 with 3:53 to go.
Well, this is a strong backhand by Andrei Kovalenko. Look at the balance here. Watch the backhand. Coffey's all over him. He gets a lot of wood on that shot. And Kovalev puts it home. Martin Brodeur, no chance.
The kids are out there again. Nikolitin for Zhamnov. Zhamnov working on Stevens. Stops for Nikolitin. The shot. Brodeur the save. Rob Blake throws it behind the net. Zhamnov for Tverdovsky. His shot blocked by Stevens. And time expires here in the third period. 4-4 Canada and Russia. The Russians have established that their penalty killing might be outstanding with a couple of short-handed goals tonight. Now Bure. Valerie Bure back for Yuskevich. Dmitry Yuskevich working in on Coffey. Sends it over for Bure. Couldn't handle the pass. And Lindros clears it not out. Jitnik with a shot. Rebound. Loose puck. Here comes Yuskevich. Couldn't get the shot away. It's blocked by Coffey. Kozlov with Larionov and Gonchar. Here's Kovalenko with it now. Drop pass. Kozlov the shot. And Martin Brodeur makes the stop. Claude Lemieux out there for Canada. Now Lindros with it. Trying to center it for Lemieux, who was all alone. Couldn't get it to him. Primo centers it. Lemieux with a shot. Rebound. And Keith Primo couldn't handle it. And the Russians are able to clear the puck down the ice. Got the drawback, but Coffey couldn't keep it in. And the first meeting between Canada and Russia at this World Cup ends in a draw. And Lindros ends it as he takes a run at Kovalenko. So some bad blood at the end of this game. And a stick wound up in the crowd. The next time they meet, it'll be for real. It'll be the opening game for both teams in the World Cup Thursday in Vancouver. Eric Lindros, Team Canada's player of the game. What did this game prove? It proves that whenever Canada faces Russia, whether it means something or not, it should be a pretty good hockey game. It was a 4-4 overtime tie.